new unit and I'm very excited about it. It's the Hunger Games unit. So not only is it a great novel, but it's also a really great movie and has a couple novels that follow it in the series and a couple more movies that follow this movie. So if you really like it, which most people do, you can continue on with it on your own if you'd like. Just to give you a quick overview, and I haven't done this for you before, but I will talk to you about all of these things at some point in the unit. You'll be doing a daily reading log, which I will show you. You will be doing an essay for this unit. You will be creating a map of the setting along with a couple character analysis. There will be an ongoing theme assignment. So you will follow the themes throughout the book and discuss them on this assignment sheet. There will be an ongoing symbols assignment. Same thing, you'll be following symbols throughout the unit and documenting them. The Part 1 assessment, you will either be creating a Google form test or a Jeopardy game. We'll discuss that more as we get towards the end of Chapter 13. And then for Part 2, you'll hand in a portfolio, which will have an essay, this map up here, the themes assignment, and the symbolism assignment. So several of these things you'll see on the classroom, and you'll just be updating them continuously. Also, there's a website here that has some fun games you can play that have to do with the Hunger Games. So let's look at the agenda and start with today. I have not put on the Common Core strands yet, but that will be done by the end of the day. The first thing you're going to do today is a pre-reading assignment. So I'll take you there. First of all, we want to gain a little bit of background knowledge about the author and her inspiration for writing the novel. It's very interesting and it ties in with some of the things that we'll be reading later on in this class. You're going to gain background knowledge about her. You're going to do that by watching several videos. And then there are some questions to go with each video. So your answers to the questions should be in complete sentences, express complete thoughts, and be free of grammar and spelling errors. Each answer is worth 2 points. There's more than that. There's 12 total, so it's worth 24 points. An example of how to write an answer in a complete sentence for this number 1, you would say, well, the question is, what story inspired Collins to create the Hunger Games? You would restate the question in the answer by saying the story that inspired Collins to create the Hunger Games was, and then give me the answer. So you'll notice I color-coded this because it goes across horizontally. So you'll start with these 3 questions. You'll answer them while you watch this video. All of these videos are really short. Let's see if this one works, hopefully. Okay, so there's a whole video series here that you'll watch. You can see this one's only a minute long. You're going to probably want to watch it more than once. And I would probably split your screen so that you have the video up on one side and then the questions on the other. And you can just pause the video, type out your answers, and then continue to watch and pause it as you come across the answers. So that's your pre-reading assignment. The next one is actually really fun. It's called the Hunger Games Tribute Trial. Once you get to this site, you're just going to type in your first name, and you're going to see if you would make it to the trial, through the trials. So you can click on any of these things, and when you click on them, they'll light up and come forward to you, and they're multiple choice. So this example says, you haven't seen another opponent in days. What do you do? Look for tracks, climb the tree, run through the open, start making noise. Or you have the option to skip it. But basically, you're going to go through. You see questions remaining. Now there are 7 questions remaining, so you know that you have to do 8 total questions. And also, after you answer the question, it'll say what you have demonstrated. This one says I've demonstrated strength. When I open this one and just take a guess, I've gotten courage. Now the reason I tell you to pay attention to these is because at the end it's going to tell you whether you've made the trials or not. This one says vigilance. If you haven't made the trials, you can keep playing again, and you want to try to figure out what it is that you should have, what skills you should have to make it through. So I'm just going to quickly finish guessing to get this finished so that I can show you what happens in the end. Okay, so now I've gone through the 8 questions, and this screen will pop up. Either you win or you lose, and then it'll tell you your score. Why didn't you win? The rules are unpredictable. Play again to see if you can figure them out. So if you pay attention to the tributes that you showed, or the traits that you showed when you answered your questions, I think that'll help you get to a point where you eventually win. You don't have to win, this is just for fun, but once you do this, there's a Google form that you can go to, and you'll just type in, did you survive, yes or no? If you did, how many times did it take you to pass? If you didn't, put in your percentage here and then submit it. So this is meant to be fun, but it also kind of gets you in the mode of what the characters go through in the beginning of the game.